Okay, so you asked for it, and I'm going to give it to you right now. You wanted an ab routine. Not only will you get an ab routine, I also wanted to give you some tips on things that I think I see people doing wrong in the gym. And this is one of the most common butchered exercises I see. I don't have a rope, but it's these rope crunches that you see guys doing. What I see people doing is this. David, do you see people doing this in the gym? Right? Mm-hmm. So they're folding at the waist. I'm not really getting abs at all. The concept here is, let me show you something. So here's the frame of reference. You want to contract from your sternum to your belly button. Pretend there's a rubber band from here to here, and this is all you're contracting. If I'm folding at the hips, I'm not really getting this contraction that I'm looking for. So that's what I want you to keep in mind whenever you're doing abs. So it's like this. We might hear a big bang in a second. Okay, so I'm here. Once again, there's a rubber band from here to here. That's it. That's the whole movement. Ooh, and you're power breathing. You're blowing out all the air. So if you're a beginner, do maybe one set, work your way up to 2, 3. Another question I get is, Clark, can I do abs every day? Sure, why not? Yeah. Just don't kill yourself, right? Don't overtrain anything. If you're too tired, you don't need to do abs. It's okay to take a day off. Next thing we'll go to is hanging leg raises are another big exercise that are really good. So the first way to do these is you're hanging and you're coming all the way up from the ground and rotating up like this. And you see people doing toes to bar in CrossFit, that's fine too. And then you could also take out, so here's what I'm doing. When I'm going from here to here, I'm working my hip flexor muscles here first because I have to engage and pull my legs up using the hip flexor. So now, after I've done this, this is abs, right? I've heard it said you could disengage your hip flexors by putting your legs here and then and stopping here. So the question then would be, which way is right? The answer would be, if you ask me, all of them. They're all right because you have muscles in your body. They all need to be worked. Your hip flexors, these all work together. The human body is not used in life isolated too much, meaning I'm never really going to use my bicep just like this. I'm going to use my bicep like this if I'm trying to do something in life. So it's integrative. I like you to train integratively, so your body's working together as a unit. Set rep range, whatever works for you. That kicked my butt. So once again, you've got toes to bar, you've got knees up and back, and then you've got take the hip flexors out and just rotate. The key to all of them, blow the air out when you're contracting. Get the air out. We're gonna move from here over to one of my favorites, Swiss ball crunches. Now the benefit of using a Swiss ball, a gym ball, physio ball, whatever you wanna call this, is increased spinal flexion. Meaning, if I were to do a crunch on the ground, I'm limited by the ground. I can't go any further than this. But if you're doing this, once again, the contraction is from here to here. What I like to do in these, heels, slide across the ground. One thing that I like about these balls is active sitting. If you sit on this, you're automatically going to move around like this. You're automatically going to want to bounce. All of this works your core. So if I were to just sit here and do this, I'm getting my hips, I'm stretching out my back, I can do all sorts of stuff that I couldn't do on an office chair. That's a completely different video. But what I want to show you is when I did a crunch on the floor, I was limited by the floor. Now I can increase my spinal flexion by about 70 degrees by using the curvature of the ball. See how my hips are going down, my spine is wrapping around, my shoulder blades are on the back, I'm supported completely. So I'm opening all of this up, and now I can do that same contraction. Notice the exhale. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing my hips up just a little bit at the top, closing that gap between the sternum and the belly button. Those 4 or 5 reps are burning my abs. This really works. Now you could combine these however you want to combine them. You can do one only for the day. Again, there is no exact science to this. If you just want to do 4 or 5 sets on this ball, you could. The next thing we can do with this ball is go over here, find a stationary object. Something like this is going to be easier where you can grab wider, and then as you advance, if you grab a pull like this, and I'll show you what I mean, it gets harder because your balance becomes harder to maintain. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put my shoulder blades across the top of the ball. Shoulder blades across the top of the ball. I'm grabbing this, making sure that I'm not going to go anywhere with it. So I got to be careful with this. So I don't like that. So I'm going to go positioning yourself. Okay, so here, loading my hips lower and up. Stretch. Dropping the hips, opening the abs. That is really getting my abs. Okay, so we looked at rope crunches. We looked at hanging leg raises. We looked at 3 variations of hanging leg raises. Crunches on the ground, crunches on the ball, reverse crunches. So you've got 4 or 5 different exercises right here, like I said, that you could combine into a workout. You could do them individually. You could do them daily, every other day, once a week. It's really up to you on how you want to utilize this. The one piece of advice I will give you that is across the board, mind, muscle connection. Don't let someone dropping weights get you off track. Don't let somebody else's routine get you off track. Don't let a belly get you off track. Stay focused. This will work. That's it. I could show you a million other things, but for now, I want you to focus on that and that alone. You got any questions? Holler at your boy. So as much as I hate to say this, I need to because it helps get this video out to more men just like you who I know can use this information. So please, I want to know what you're looking for. So like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel too. Make it a great day.